Hello and welcome back to Basically Google. Today I'm going to be talking about Google Drive. I am already logged into my Chrome browser and that logs me in here to my Google account. And if I want to look at what Google apps are available to me, I can click on this 9-box grid in the corner and I will get to see all of the different apps that Google has. The one that we're going to focus on today is Google Drive. I'm going to click on my drive right here. And for anybody who's used to using Microsoft Office and Windows, you have your Documents folder where you keep all of your files and all of your folders organized. That's all that Google Drive is. It tells you right here on the screen. It's a place for all of your files. Any of your Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, and more, and Microsoft Office files as well, which is really nice. So let's take a very quick tour. This is not a deep dive. I have another video for that. This is just a very quick cursory look at what is available. Now, if you're using Google Classroom, which we'll go over in another video, I do strongly recommend that you create all of your activities in Google Classroom, and I'll show you how to do that. But if you're not using Google Classroom, or these are some files that you're creating for yourself, or you want to make them now but you're not sure when you're going to use them down the road, but they take a little time to make, then this is the place to do it. This is your storage and creation area. Anything that you want to make is going to be here under the New button. You'll see that I can create a new folder so that I can organize and I can make as many folders as I want to. If you are very picky about how they are listed on your screen, you're going to want to maybe put a number in front of each one, starting with 001, 002, and that way Google will put them in order numerically. Otherwise, it puts them in order alphabetically. The next button is File Upload. So if I have a file on my computer in my Documents folder, but I want it in my Google Drive, I can just click that. It'll bring up my Documents folder. I pick the document I want, then it will put it in my drive. Same thing with a folder upload. I can click on a whole folder and everything in it will end up in my Google Drive. The really nice thing about this is that your Google Drive for school is unlimited. You have unlimited storage for all your files, whether they're documents or photos or videos. So you have unlimited storage here. So one of the other things I highly recommend is that you move everything that you ever made off of your school computer, off of your home computer, off of every flash drive you've ever owned, and put it in your Google Drive. That way, whether it's Google or Microsoft, you have access from any device as long as you're connected to the internet. And you can also set a lot of these items to be available to work offline so that when you do connect to the internet the next time, it automatically gets uploaded. Okay, so you also can create new Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides, and for each one of them you have the option of a blank document or from a template. So a template is just something that's already created with some fake words just to be placeholders so that you don't have to start from scratch, because when you're new to this, sometimes it can be overwhelming. If you go down here and mouse on More, now you'll see that you also have Google Forms with a blank form or a template, but you also have access to Google Drawings, Maps, Sites, Jamboard, and then any other extensions that your school may have connected. So in this school, we've connected Nearpod and Smart Learning Suite. Your school probably has similar or the same apps connected there. Down here where it says Shared Drives, I'm not going to cover that today. It's a little more complicated and it's for people who have a lot going on in many different accounts in different schools. Shared with Me is really kind of a catch-all. Anything that your students are going to submit in Google Classroom is going to show up, at least temporarily, in your Shared With Me file. Every single thing that you click on or someone gives you a Google link to is going to show up in your Shared With Me file. Unless you're looking for something that you want to find that somebody maybe shared with you and you want a copy of it, then you can go into your Shared With Me file and just click and drag it right up here to my drive. So if I clicked on Shared With Me, there's nothing here, but if there were, I could drag that file right up here and just let go and it would be in my Google Drive. The next button is for recent files. Then we have starred files. So any file that you're working on and you want to find it quickly. I love to have files inside folders, inside folders, inside folders. And I don't always want to have to go looking through all those folders to find something. So if it's something that I'm working on every day or really frequently, I will click the star at the top of the file and it will show up in my starred folder, which is nice. Your trash works like any other trash. Anything that you delete is going to stay there till you empty the trash. This tells you how much storage space you've used, but it doesn't tell you out of how much storage because it is infinite. At the very top, I have the option to search in my drive. So if somebody sent me some file and I forget where I put it, I can just type in a part of the name or all of the name and it will help me. If I know that I want to find a recent spreadsheet or if I want to find a recent slide presentation, when I click the drop down arrow, it groups everything that's existing in my drive by the type of file that it is. So I can search by that as well. Whenever I'm creating something new, unless I specifically want it in a different folder, I want to always make sure that I click on my drive and then make sure I'm creating my new item from here. Because if I'm down in my shared with me, or if I'm in a folder that someone else shared with me, or if I'm even in one of my own folders, but that's not really where I want that document, I'm going to lose track of it. So always double check before you start to create something that you're back in your drive, and then you can make it from there. Over here is help options with support. Here are some settings. There are very few settings that you're going to want to change. They're all set up pretty well. Here is your 9-box grid again for all of your Google apps. Right here, if you like the list view that you see when you're doing your document folder with the little folder next to the word or the name of the folder, or a little icon for the file with the name of the file, you can have the list view in Google Drive as well, or you can have the big icons, which are also very nice. If I want to see the details of any of my files, I would click on my file first and then click on that eye, and it will tell me all about my file. And I can click on the activity and I can see when it's been edited, when I created it, when was the last change. So those are the details. So that is your Google Drive. And by now you probably already have some files and folders that you can play with and move around and change the colors. If you right click on the folder, you can change the color. There's a lot of fun things that you can do with your drive. Just remember that it's pretty much the same as your document folder, only more colorful, more organized, more collaborative, and I think more fun to use.